Hello everybody, welcome back to another day of experimenting with new teams in the 1.5 patch. Alright, so last time we tried a Decidora team, and it was pretty cool. I think new Decidora is a lot healthier, I think it's a lot more fun and interesting to play, and the team's code's on the side. I sort of don't have it anymore though, because I was doing some other stuff. But yeah, the Decidora is actually pretty cool now. Feels a lot more balanced, and there's a lot more interesting interactions with it. Also tried out some stuff like Acronox after the Sting change. Let me just pull up the team so I even remember. My memory ain't perfect. But I mean, that video's up for everyone to see. And you can try it out for yourself if you'd like. Today I'm planning on trying out Bird Season, which is Granpah's new ability, as well as Owlhe, which got a few buffs to its stats, as well as telekinetic shrapnel. That's right, and I also tried new kinetic transfer, which seems okay. Ragnet's still kind of in a rough spot, and I think it best fits as a electric custodian user. Triphytologist got a buff, which is really interesting. Exhausted is a pretty strong status. But I don't think Triphytologist is worth running over Triapothecary right now. Triple Toxic or Triple Regen Ticks is just such high value. And Vental, even after the stat buffs, is still just kind of rough. We did survive one hit at some point during the stream that we would have died to had it not been for the buffs. But Vental still has the issue of not having good priority. It was kind of interesting. You could have priority denigrate under DA, but that requires double mentals on the same board. So yeah, I don't know. It was interesting for sure. Now, I guess it's probably better off just modifying this team. This was a team I made on the first day of the patch, where I just kind of threw some stuff together. I wanted to try out Pigment Inverter Wind Chromeon with granpah. Now, I think I might just keep the same core and then modify everything else. I don't want to run Chromeon again, we just did that. So we'll throw a different crystal type on here, and then we'll just kind of run it and see how it goes. I didn't put a whole lot of thought into this ahead of time. Just figured I'd kind of start the stream, let people pop in. So I have turbo options with Nox and granpah, so that's kind of nice. Most of the team is pretty low speed though, except my signature, or now signature, Speedy Broccolum and Grumper, which are just super awesome on like every team. I'll try not to use them too much during this experimental phase, but I just want to get some. I want to try some stuff. Also, I was thinking I should probably run Gust, because Gust is 3 prio, and if I can get a Gust off before a Tornado, that could be really nice. Maybe Tutsu? Tutsu might be solid, but then I'd doubling up on owlhe weaknesses. No, I needed a crystal. Yeah. Center shines a lot more when it's right next to a mental for Crystal Deluge synergy. Also, it covers its weaknesses pretty well. Mudred also is more of a temp for Deluge. I could try Scavenger Valash. I really don't use Valash very often, so maybe I'll give that a run. I'll use just the Crystal Spike special version. Maybe, you know what? I'll even throw Rend on it. For more synergy with granpah, just because why not, right? This should be fun. I don't think I'm gonna need Ninja. I think I can get away with this, because if I want a 4 prio move, I have 3 wins for Synergy Crystal Dust, which is kind of nice. As for speeds, Not really sure what I. Oh, no. I think I'll just go like 233 or something, because that's just easy. Do I have Sweatband open? Perfect. Yeah, you're getting Sweatband, buddy. There you go. It's not nearly as good as it used to be, but it's something. Let's see. Triple C spikes. With a Sweatband. Still a ton of invest. I think it's this, because Sweatband just gives a flat 5 now, so it's a lot easier to calc with Sweatband. Because triple C spikes, it's like 96 stamina, 2 turns of regen would be 20. So we'll do that. We'll max out special attack, and then we'll just throw the rest in HP. Yeah, good enough. I think I'm going to change the team a bit more throughout the day, unless it feels pretty good as is. Hello, Hazarov, welcome. What a noob. Alright, we got 2 wins and some toxics, so that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll get to do some fun stuff. It's actually got no wind chromeon resists. I'm actually kind of tempted to ban Digicoish. Digicoish is going to be something I think people... It's one of the more interesting choices I think we'll see. Because having the offensive capabilities of a digital type without being weak to anything is kind of nuts. Backhanded Kaleidoscope Lawali. Yeah, I mean, the problem with backhanded Lawali is you're still forced to click like Tenderness and Bark Shield. In general, you'd still rather run Botanist on any sort of offensive set, and even on support sets. Not the wind chromeon, come on, let me try my fun stuff. Okay, owlhe, I mean, that's also part of the fun stuff I wanted to try. I'll pick Granpah, because it's not bad into anything on his team. I want to ban out the Tyrannax so he can't stop my trait, though. Best thing he could do here would be to pick one of his wins and then Tyrannax, and because that kind of scares off Nox. Which I would want to... honestly, I don't even remember what kind of moveset I have on this... Nox, so that's kind of awkward. Man, at this point I just wish I had Sinner Typer for more damage on the Gialis, come on. Okay. Now Nox really isn't going to give me any value, which is, I mean, it's kind of nice to be able to ban out the Tyrannax so I don't have to pick the Nox. Because that's the only reason I would have wanted it in this matchup, because he's got triple Toxic, a Crystal, and 2 wins. It's very, very, very rough. Pick Grumper. Grumper gets the most value out of the remaining Tems here, for sure. We'll get some open info on this Garunder, knowing if it's energy drink or not, so I could put it to sleep turn 2, which is very valuable. I'm skipping this song. I should kind of remove that one from the playlist. For whatever reason, it has like a minute of silence after it's done. Somebody just forgot to turn off the recording on it. We're just gonna go Nestle Brock. It's not great, and I gotta really keep something around to deal with Mashuk, but that's okay. You know, Garunder's actually a pretty big issue as well. He does have energy drink. That's pretty bad. What? The stream just disconnected. I might be having internet problems because, yeah, that's not great. I mean, it's still recording, so hopefully we can just reconnect and it'll be back in a second. But you never know. Sometimes goofy stuff happens and I'll have to restart. Okay, my internet disconnected for a moment there. I think we're back though. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, it was not you. It was definitely me. It's just a weird disconnection issue. I need some damage on this Garunder, but it's more than likely thick skin, which is the problem. Well, I need damage on it. Like, it's not an option. It's enabled? Nah, just broken stuff. Oh wow, we went from 0 people to 8 people watching. So. Yep, sorry about the little disconnect, guys. Ah, dang, he did go for the grandpa. And no synergy, which is sad. I'm using resin trap on the Grunder, so I can trap it in just in case he gets a kill here. Yeah, really unfortunate to face. I guess I forget what I banned first, but I should look at banning Gialis or Grunder next time. Thick skin is such a huge problem. Like, I have a lot of counters to electrics, but Garunder hits Nesla, Brock as well, so I just don't have much of anything that can deal with it. The Valash could, but he banned that in the second time through. His Grunder has Paizo off hold too, which he could click with his +2 speed boost, which would hurt. Yeah, not much I can do against a Hypno. I could have killed the Grandpa turn 2, so it feels a little bad. Can bring in Grumper for free now, though. Problem is he's bringing in Mashuk, because that's his best thing to deal with Grumper and a completely walls Brockle him. He'll swap out his Garunder to gain stamina. With any luck, he'll swap in the Mashuk to the Grandpa slot, so I can finish it off with a harmful and a Sludge Gift. Maybe even just a harmful if it's a tireless one. He does have turbo up again if you wanted to just bring it in the Garunder slot and get a turbo off on it and die afterwards. Might be a worth trade for him. Wow, he stays in on at least Grandpa. So maybe he does swap the Garunder for a turbo. Yeah. Oh, he stares instead. That makes Grumper way more vulnerable to the Mashuk here. I'm in a pretty rough spot, honestly. Because Mashuk deals with my backline super well. But Garunder just one-shots chromeon here. So I kind of gotta deal damage to both. I don't like any of my options here. I have to hope that he predicted me to swap into Nesla and he'll... Oh my goodness, it was a squishy Garunder! No! Oh, I could have played that so much better. I didn't know. I didn't know it was gonna be... Wait! He used paralyzing poison! Alright, we outplayed him by doing nothing, guys. We got it. I was hoping he would predict I'd swap. I couldn't guess for sure, though. Gallus does not have hook kick hold off now, or yet. You can't really swap it in either. Should just be a double kill for me. And then Dust Vortex plus Hypox or Binary Flood maybe I can get away with. Maybe I should just kill the Gallus. Not take any risks. He predicted a double swap. I think he didn't have any great ways to deal with Grumper outside of Mashuk, but I'm surprised he didn't just deal damage to it. Oh, slow Gallus. I could have gotten away with a Binary Flood for sure. That should be game. He's got too many Tems to break through here. GG. Woohoo! Grumper feels good. It's just because it's an electric type, it's able to eat the wind moves and also deal with like opposing electrics. It's one of the only electrics that can win its opposing matchup. I guess Inky's another. I think Grumper's better here though. Broccolum didn't do a whole lot for us there, neither did Nesla. Neither are great just because of the heavy toxic meta. I think that's the bigger issue. You'd think with 3 wins we shouldn't have to worry about toxics too much. Ha, you'd be wrong. Toxics are still a pain. My speed tiers are also really low in this team. Everything's floating around 200 to 250. Because the whole goal is to get turbos off to be faster. I'm not great at the turbo playstyle. I never seem to find the right time to create the space to get the turbo off. And then snowball a lead with it. Glad to see some fast Qs today though. Hopefully I'm not jinxing it. Ubaki. Stall team, alright. Offensive scaling, I have Vlash. That's about it. Granpah chromeon's pretty solid into a lot of this though. Hemi, hello, how you been? Fuhrer, owlhe. No, I'm still using Brute. Actually, I don't remember. Normally, I like to try new stuff, but Fuhrer is just straight up bad. It's it's kind of super rough. I wonder if he's just experimenting or if he genuinely thinks Gallios is good. You're trying to do some Umbra Radar stuff? Awesome, which one are you going for? I'm still going for Pookie. Yeah, Bruiser's always going to get value. The only situation where Fury really gets a lot is if you I don't know, I heard a joke that the reason they gave owlhe Fury was because people were like, wow, you know what owlhe does really well? It dies. So let's give it a trait that, that can benefit from it dying. Or just about. I mean, Toxic Farewell obviously would have been the way to go there, but this is funny. You're gonna try another Swally Radar. First one failed. Then if that fails, you'll try the starter Saipat. Yes. Well, I love Lawali. Best of luck to you. I also haven't done the starting Saipat Radar. Toxalotl didn't want to deal with Toxic Ticks. Very fair. Granpah chromeon hits everything that's not Yowler. Love to see some stuff that turns its mental moves into physical or something. So you can use it with the. I know I was thinking that, but that would require them to make a new trait, and it seems like they're trying to avoid that. Really wish I had Center Typer for this matchup. I'm gonna have to go Valash just for the madness buff. I really am not happy about it. I wanted to lead Granpah and chromeon because he's got 2 wins and a toxic. If being able to neutralize the 2-Vine and hit it with a Hypoxia would be fantastic. It has such bad special defense. Yeah. That was fully expected. Banning the Nidrasil, because it's a pain. We'll pick owlhe though. We didn't get to last time, so we'll do it this time. Yeah, I was thinking that if you did the mental moves into physical ones for owlhe, you would have to do something similar for Barnshi, but it would be really interesting. Just have like brain over brawn and brawn over brain. Or some brawn over brains. That would be fun. Because they're supposed to be like the same but opposite. So owlhe's such a cool looking Tem. You wish he got more love. Oh, he's getting tons of love. He's been buffed like the last 3 patches. It's just in ways that are inconsequential. Ooh, the new Tem, we get to see it. I'm curious to see how he's going to use it. I don't have a lot of double status supply on this team, so I might be forced to deal with it faster than I'd want to. Mom's lunch hurts for sure. Gonna beat down on the Mom Ent itself. Luckily, Madness Buff is a cheap move. He's got nothing to resist Crystal Spikes in the back, which is nice. So once I get the Madness Buff off, I can just start spamming it, or Crystal Dust as well, since I'm next to a Wind type right now. Hello, Senpai, welcome. Trying out some goofy stuff. New PI, owlhe, Bird Season. Granpah got banned this time. Big sad. Because there's a 2-Vine. Ooh, that's good damage. He does double the Valash. Maybe predicting a swap on chromeon, or just acknowledging the threat of Valash. No, he's split, made sure to get damage on both. binary C spikes should be enough so I don't have to worry about the right slot anymore. I mean, it should just straight up kill the moments, I think. I still want to click Crystal Dust though, that saves so much more stamina. But I can always just swap Flash out and bring it back in later. But at the same time, if it just draws enough pressure in the first couple turns, that would be useful as well. Problem is that Mom's Lunch really hurts my staying power. On chromeon specifically. Tsubaki's probably planning the next like 3 turns ahead or so. Trying to figure out what the optimal play is. He does swap Netuvine. I guess he's acknowledging that Tuvine's not going to be really useful this game. Still gonna just throw Sea Dust at the Tuvine. I really wanted to break through the Mimic before Refurbish procced, but the best I can do is get it low enough that it'll die. Scavenger though, I forgot I picked that trait, but it's so useful here. Woo! I bring an owlhe on the swap. Get Oshidashi off hold. Not that owlhe wants to be here at all. You know, maybe I just rest on chromeon. Like, this is the best board chromeon's gonna get. Guess I could come back in moments here's another time. Yeah, we'll bring in owlhe. No, okay, I swapped the wrong slot. That's sad. Sometimes I do that. I meant to swap the chromeon and stay in on Flash. Nope, that was planned. Yeah, I forgot that it's an earth type and I'm weak to that. Everything was calculated. I should be able to take like a Savage and even a Transient. And then hit. I should be able to finish off Gallios from that point. Yeah, like Gallios is just weak offensively. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but I wasn't expecting it to. Ah, that was good. Let's see. He can't bring in Mimit because he'll push off his own Doom. He could bring in Moments. Do I want to save owlhe or do I want to save chromeon? Probably chromeon. I don't know if helicopter kills for sure. And it's not something I can risk when Gallios has a... whatever its signature is called. Selfless Ruination. Ready for this Yowler at any moment. Yeah. Yep. Not taking any risks. Now Oshi's back up if he doesn't kill me with Yowler. Ooh, yeah. Bruiser Oshi's so strong. Or I could telekinetic the Owler, but I mean Oshi's still gonna do more. That's the thing with telekinetic owlhe. If I had more stamina and I was trying to stamina sustain, sure, it would be okay value. But really, Oshi's just gonna be what I want to click almost every time. Actually, be more beneficial if I kill the moments here. If I'm able to, I don't know if I can. Good try. Probably not. Depends on how much he has invested in defense versus special defense. Most momentos have high defense invests because they are already strong on the special side. You might even just live that with max HP alone. Love the animation for Oshi and owlhe. Yeah, that's pretty good. Just claps you with its wing. Alright, now I see spikes in case he swaps. And soul shout. I suppose Sea Dust would do it anyways. Savage is down on the Yowler, so I don't have to worry about Valash dying this turn at least. And I'll get at least I should get at least one Scavenger proc too, so I should be able to live whatever he's got for me in the bat or in the next turn as well. Okay, he just keeps it in. That's actually a lot of damage onto the Owler. Not expecting that. Interesting. Wasn't expecting the rest. Does a 0 invest Sea Spikes kill Broccolum from this health? I have no idea if it does or not. Maybe I shouldn't have given him the Valash. I don't know. Giving him the Grumper. Maybe that would have been better. Yeah, that definitely would have been better. Lucas, hello, welcome. He's a dead Valash. Scavenger. Scavenger. Bring it on, Yowler. Okay, you know what? That's a bit sad, but... Never seen Ren before? I have a granpah on this team. It's for dealing with... It's to create synergy with the fun move that Grandpa has, or the fun trait. Bird season. Yeah, this Yowler does not have a lot of special defense. I'm kind of surprised. Would have been close on Savage killing there. I don't think it would have, though. Should be GG. Made it a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, though. The misplay on the Mimit kind of screwed me a little. GG, Tsubaki. I just... New Tem just feels a little bit bad to play. In reality, it just does. Yay, we're getting there. Up to diamond. You know, I thought I was going to change this team more, but it feels pretty solid. Like, Nesla hasn't done much yet, but it's there to eat electrics. We haven't seen, like, any electrics yet. There was the Garunder. Garunder's, like, the one electric I don't want to face. I guess Amphitheater would be bad, too. My team's really weak against Garunder and Amphitheater, I suppose. Now I'll watch this next match. It's going to have both of those. Oh, Amphitheater. Okay. It's so rough. I mean, I got a couple good digi counters here with Nesla and Grumper. But this is going to be a really difficult matchup to pull off. Surprised we see the Nox ban. I'm trying to find a reason why he wouldn't pick Broccolum, and I'm struggling. Like I don't know. Like what can I do to find a positive lead where he doesn't pick Broccolum? I know Nestle ain't it. Hello, Pokemegas, welcome. Yeah. I just disconnect again. I tried to click and it didn't let me, and now it's not letting me do anything. Yeah. Should be back. That was not the lead I wanted, game. Ah, okay, it's his ban. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my connection. I'm super sorry, guys. Some days I just randomly disconnect a whole bunch, and other days I don't have this issue. It's not based on the day. I have no idea what it could be caused by. It's just really weird. I think this match is just way too difficult, though. I have a core that's based around wins, and I'm facing a Digi-aggro. Seems like a pretty solid Digi-aggro, too. With Nagase, you can threaten any opposing, like hasty lungers or harmful microwavers. I'll pick chromeon just because it can live on microwaves and it at least demands attention. Get the marbles proc at least. First aid kit on Brockle, and that sucks. Why? Nestle's really valuable, so I don't want it to eat any hits here, but he could just easily double into my grandpa right now. Grandpa tanky. Or that's a weak Gazuma. Probably a mix of both. Marathon is Broccolum, really. Uh... Oh, hedging? Yeah, that sucks. Okay, that less sucks. But I did just use my resin trap before Nagase was on the field. I'm kind of forced to double into the hedging here. It's not the Seedora, it's Water Custodian. Gotcha. That's fair. That's very fair. Nagase swap. Gazuma. Should double the hedging. I don't need to worry about the Nagase at all. I don't know what I'm doing. Kind of just falling apart. Interesting that my Plague actually... outsped the hedging. Sucks that the Gazuma has bait though, I'd love to Hypno it right now. And the Brocklum has Marathonist, so it's, I don't know, I just... Eh. I should play the Gazuma. The Gazuma swaps. And Monko comes in. Is there a team code? I usually post them at the end of the day because I make some changes as I find out stuff that either doesn't work out or would work better with something else. So rather than giving you like the very initial idea, I like to refine it a little bit first. So I'll post one at the end of the stream. Definitely played in the past. Your Luma, please. Yep, I definitely recall playing some matches with you. For sure. It's really tempting to Aquatic Whirlwind, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna. But the Nagase swap potential is always there. I have to keep chromeon around because that's the only thing that can deal with Broccolum. Grumper's the only thing I can reasonably sack here. No, I guess I can sack granpah. I don't really need it for anything. E-Storm. Brock get buffed. He got buffed in 1.4.2, some stat buffs. But his typing is just really strong into the meta, which is the main reason I'm using him. Bulky Monko. Not what I was expecting. Ah, I couldn't quite live. Unfortunate. Only +1 speed on the granpah, so I can't use chromeon real well. Kinda just got Ascending Grumper. I guess my options for dealing with Nagase are thinning out, but hopefully a Resin Trap can do work. Hoping I can kill Brock here so I can use chromeon for something else later. And I'm hoping I live a Soul Shot from Monko. I think it's definitely a bulkier, slower Monko. I know that much. Yeah, it swapped. The plays. T-Strike plus Tornado should kill this Broccolum. No, it doesn't. In its first aid kit, it definitely doesn't. Oh, I forgot about that. I'm so sad. It would have killed if it wasn't first aid kit. Why? Okay, no, it wouldn't have. It lived on like 3 health. But he goes for the granpah. Perfect time to Inner Spirit. I think that kills. How's Granpah feeling? It's really hard to pull off anything with Bird Season. It still does its job of a turbo hypno support, which is nice, but it's still rough. Last charge. Might Grumper get hit with a... Oh no, the Brocklem's plus... Yeah. But I run Sinner Typer or PI on Water Chromeon. I think Sinner Typer generally is better on everything. Ooh, that's rough. You would mainly just run PI if you have something you specifically want to support with neutralized. Like I have Wind Chromeon as PI right now because I want to hit wind types with a wind move and then get Bird Season bonus from Granpah. Haven't been able to pull it off once yet, but the threat is there. Water Chromeon, you're looking at if you want to neutralize something along the lines of water types, nature types, or toxic types. Toxic types already have a good defensive types. Water types. Nice. Water types don't really need it much either. I don't know. I just feel like you don't really want PI, so I'd definitely go Sinner Typer. It helps trying to do the Gyarados quest, but don't know where the Ida. Ida is in Uhuru. She should be on your map. Just go to the Kisiwa airport and then check your map for the question mark. Should be good. Everything's just a matter of can I live the Nagai's Fury here? Oh, the Sparks. No, I don't think I can live anymore. If I had a chance, it's just gone now. Microwaves never kills this Nagai's, for the record. That's why I use microwaves. Sparks was a great play. Because otherwise I would have been able to just... I probably would have survived, and Gazma has nothing to kill Grumper with. So I would have been able to finish him off there. GG. I really thought that was Decidora in pick ban. Preventing other like hasty lunge and microwaves from your opponents and giving you the edge with fast charge and stuff. Otherwise I would have made a completely different lead that would have utilized the priority options I had. I was just afraid I'd get hard countered by that, so that's why I played the game the way I did. But the Water Custodian also makes sense, because there was a pretty severe water weakness with all those Digis. A really interesting game though, and still super close. All down to the Sparks. Kinda crazy how 25% damage value. Flip the game. It'd be nice to be able to get the PI Chromeon Granpah combo off at some point today, but it's not like a surprise or hidden combo all that much. If I can get it with Valash, it might have some success, because people don't know I have Rend. I'm in. Alright. He's using the new town. Ventil, very interesting. Amphithere's not overly surprising. It seems like a general bulky offense team. It's probably an Arcane Wrap bulky Ventil. I'd guess Mashuk is... I don't know, I guess Mashuk could go either way, Tireless or Parrier still. Banning the Amphitheatre because I've found out Amphitheatre is still just really bad for me. I'm expecting him to ban my Grumper and then lead with Scaravolt. Yeah. Maybe I have to ban the Scaravolt then and lead Valash or something. I can at least Hypno the Scaravolt or something. Amphitheater, I really can't do much against. I might have to get some value out of Nox here, which I haven't even been able to use yet. Nox Granpah, not bad, not great. I can live a T-Strike because I have a lot of bulk in the Grandpa, but Feynman's got no wins on his team, 0, so no fun combo. This not this game. Don't know what he's gonna pick in his second slot though. Probably just yeah Zenarith, and then he'll Madness buff in my face because I have to deal with the Scaravolt first. I think Volphy is the next biggest problem for me. Going my double wins now, I just have to deal with Scaravolt, that's all I gotta do. It's just tougher than it sounds, especially since I now have triple wind. Valash is going to be better than Broccolum here, especially if I can get a Madness buff off at any point. Umbrevental looks insane. All the Umbras look insane. Ah, shoot. Energy drink Scaravolt? Oh, the bane of my existence. Really? I can't even put it to sleep? Okay, I don't know what I do here. I think I just lose. Think Umbras look bad. Some of them are better than others. It's just that they're rare. I wish I had Toxic Ink. I should have Toxic Ink. I'm gonna guess he just swaps Scaravolt. His team's just too weak to... electric types. I don't have any great answers. Deluge, interesting. Hello, Millie, welcome. We're struggling. You know, Scaravolt swap in here is actually really nice. I was expecting Vental, which would have been rough. I think Scaravolt we can deal with. Binary plus Oshidashi sounds perfect to me. I guess. Shoot. Yeah, dang it. I'm too slow. Even base speed, this thing outspeeds me. Like, if I had one of my electric Salab, I could have swapped and got synergy microwaves, which would have been the best thing in this case. But now I think I just lose, because he just E-storms. Oh, well, at least this time I reconnected faster. Don't worry, I didn't miss anything. Just Scaravolt not taking any damage from the Oshi. And then Gallios going back up to full. The game's effectively over. I mean, I can kill Scaravolt here. Opponent's playing with a lot of bulk. Well, it's not even the bulk that really did me in here. It was the fact that I have no answers to electric types. Or I should say they got banned out. I have like 3 answers and 2 of them got banned. So. Hello, Tio. Welcome. Welcome to the stream of many disconnects because my Wi-Fi doesn't like me today. If a Lash dies here, I forfeit. I'm sure it does. I just figured I'd give it one more turn. Play ball. Yeah. If I had more speed, I would be just fine. I actually wanted speed over bulk this game because of the if I was able to outspeed the selfless ruination from the Gallios, I would have won the game. Scaravolt would have died. I would have had Chromeon full health and owlhe full health, or whatever health it was at, and I would have been just fine. GG's though. Like, Gallios is very predictable. It's probably going to cause new speed break points. Because Gallios base speed, I think it's base 51, which I think is really close to Broccolum. Max speed Broccolum is 239. So they probably just invest a little bit of speed to outspeed like 232s with Prio. It's only like 50 some TVs. And that's probably maybe a little bit more at some point. Not real sure. what the speed break point's going to be on most. You don't want to invest too much in speed because you're losing out on bulk, which is really important on Gallios. Because if you just die on Gallios, it can't even do what it wants to anyways. Hello, Melchemical. Welcome. Doing well. Just trying out some teams. Having good matches, bad matches. Just in the experimental phase of the patch, learning what's good and not. Yesterday's team was pretty solid. So far, owlhe feels like it's really underperforming. And granpah feels even worse, unfortunately. Chromeon's still chromeon. I like chromeon, but I think Sinner Typer's the better trait for it. There's so many times that I wish I'd had Sinner Typer. Like that game, if I had Sinner Typer, I would have been able to kill the Gallios before it revived too, which would have still made the game close enough to win. Because then I only would have had to kill Zenerith and no, I still would have lost that one horribly. Yeah, that one was awful. Scaravolt screwed me up so bad. How many Umbras? 10. Minus 10. Yeah. Or 10 if you remove the one at the front of it. Yeah, I mean, this is my 4th or 5th Pookie radar with no luck. I think, no, it's the 4th. Numadrop prices are going up. I really don't want to get rid of my OTs, particularly. Granpah is bad. Its new trade is interesting, but it requires too much setup to get any consistent value. And if you buff the trait so that it's viable without setup, then with setup it's borderline OP. So I'm curious what they'll do with it. I think it's cool, I think it's fun. It's just not good right now. Lizdorf, thank you for the follow. I guess follower notifications are working, so that's awesome. I don't think they were for a while, but maybe they were the whole time, and I was just going crazy. People are getting 3 Umbras per radar. When there were so many people that were playing the game, that there were bound to be like people were gonna show off the crazy hits that they were getting. And people aren't gonna show off how many times they've failed. So it's just normal radar odds. It's just that we had a huge spike in players for like a day. Like on patch day, I had the most successful stream I've had so far. We had like over 250 people stop by. It was pretty awesome. Owlhe. Okay. Toad's been cooking. I'm gonna figure out what I even want here. I don't know if that's a Deceiver or a Geist or not. I'm gonna ban Pocus, don't want to deal with slowdown. Once you finish the team with spread and stuff, my channel points, you can use them for my opinion about the team. Yep. It's the 1500 reward, the reviewer improve a team. Then I can look at it and give you some response and stuff. The Wally buffs really make it that much more playable now? Nope. I mean, backhanded is really interesting. Tenderness backhand is interesting. It's just not good enough. You want to see this team against Digi aggro? Well, that's just the risk some people choose to take. Port, thank you for the follow as well. Playing Botanist Lawali like nothing even happened. Yeah, I mean the bulk buffs are still nice for Botanist Lawali. I love Lawali, it's one of my favorite Tems. I've been trying to make it work on my stamina stall team, but it's still kind of I don't know. Even with full bulk invest, it still dies too quick and doesn't outspeed what it needs to because you're putting it all in bulk instead of speed. So it still kind of finds this awkward spot of being in mid at everything it wants to do. Even you give it V-Gust, I don't know if that would help. I think giving it Intimidation would help significantly. Because that would give it a way to basically survive a free move on a speedier offensive set. Bit surprised to see the Lawali here. No. I know he doesn't have any attack moves on the Lwaddle. And I had double electrics for the Naga, so that's kind of what I was going for. I was literally 5 centimeter insect ball intimidate the enemy team. Well, no, that's literally what butterfly wings are for. It's literally to intimidate prey. That like they have like bird faces to scare off birds from attacking butterflies. That's literally what they're designed for. Like Google it. Not a bad suggestion, I don't think. It's thematic, fitting, and would help it. Biker with the gift subs, thank you so much. Oh man, Biker, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. Cheer against the streamer. Come on, Scar. Atlas Mothwings have a segment that looks like a python head. Yeah, stuff like that's really cool. Discussing about thematics after heli kick on fish. Yeah, that was a weird one. Not a fan of that change. I think Haito and Nito were thematic enough and still super interesting. Okay. Come on, another DC. Alright, well, I should just call this YouTube exclusive content with how much I'm DCing. Hopefully we pop back in a second. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. That's gonna happen a lot. Like I have it in the title now. It's just I don't know why. Just some days it's just awful. Cyclops, hello, welcome, and congrats on getting one of the lucky subs. I don't even know if Krema thought about thematics. Maybe something to think about later. You're going to be redeeming channel points at some point in the future. You have an idea. You're going to work out for a little more. Or you're going to work out a little more and then get your invert. Sounds good, Biker. Whenever you want. For sure. Oh man, the VODs for this video are going to be so screwed with all these disconnects. Oh, I'm so sorry, VOD viewers. Like, this is going to be horrible to navigate. Oh. Alright, so that did exactly 130 damage. Ooh, Emanip. Not a common move on Gallios. It's got handcuffs too. I know that Gallios' item wasn't revealed, so I wasn't quite sure what it was. Interesting to see that though. But Swarmade needs summon Umbra Chubbies when it's Umbra. That would be great. Would definitely appreciate that. Yeah, owlhe just still feels underwhelming. I mean, sure, I let it into a mental. Yeah, handcuffs, I'm not really sure. Maybe to fight opposing Gallios. It might even be speedy. It's hard to tell because it used Prio. If I had Fury now, I'm not going to even get the hit off, so it doesn't matter. Maybe I will, okay. Doesn't matter anymore because no one will click the move anyways. After they took away the bonus effect and nerfed its numbers. Yeah, that's kind of the issue. It is a squishy Gallios though, for sure. Jinx Whisper? Speedy? Nope, another Emanip. Just not fast enough. Wonder why Determined was removed for Fury of all traits. I think somebody recommended it in the thread. Is Galio ignorable when it's Supernova? Well, the thing is you just push off Galio's Doom and then it doesn't matter which trait it is. And it's not an offensive threat. Like, you guys saw how much TKS, or Transient was doing. Like, 0. 0 is the answer. I'm going to play Handcuffs Gallios as well, so you can resist the alerted. Or reset. Reset the alerted. Unlike. As like a deluge support. Transient's physical Gallios better with special attacker. Yeah, you use hold so that you can get your signature off one turn earlier. That's the whole reason you run the move. You're just running Gallios full bulk anyways. But yeah, special attack is its higher stat. So it is ignorable when you have no way to push off Doom. If you have no way to push off Doom, you're kind of in a rough spot. I would advise having a way to push off Doom in most, if not all, teams you're running at the moment. I don't know. I'm still learning about Gallios myself. I haven't seen it do anything that's really threatening. Tried to cook a team. The whole point was pushing off Doom, turning Gallios into a DPS monster. Yeah, I've seen a few Talisman Gallioses. So that it can just ignore the Doom. Slow down the target. Emanip. Okay, gotcha. I mean, you can do that with anyone other than... You can do that with Tems other than Gallios too, though. Really, Gallios needs to have narco hits. I don't think that would help it, but that would be funny. I think it needs Psychosis, personally. Gallios is solid against AI. Okay, that's good. I haven't played any AI matches since the patch, so I wouldn't know that, but that's good to hear. Gallios is new. I know everyone's trying to figure out where it can possibly be used. Wow, that almost lived. Depends on what they want to do. If it's supposed to be a stall Tem, it needs Stonewall. I just think it needs Psychosis so it can't be ignored. And so we can run a move other than Transient. Lair Galio seems way more scary than the latter ones. That's how it is in most cases. I mean, Lair Volgon is definitely scarier. um, I mean, Lair Galios just has its stats buffed a ton. Or, I guess it's just its HP, but still. Beat Arc Tamers and a few Dojo rematches with Galios Doomstall rebuild. I think I just lose. My only hope is that Synergy Microwaves kills this owlhe. That's my only hope. Okay. Maybe. Maybe there's a chance. How do I kill Zeno? It's not the Seedora. It's not the Seedora. It's his Water Custodian. Doesn't he go first? I'm not sure how fast the Zeno is. I had to follow last time. I appreciate the follow now, thank you. I think I would win if I killed the Zeno, now it's rough. I just have to live a beta burst and a sea spikes, right? Yeah, no, yeah, no, I never win. GG's. Because if I kill the Zenith there, he just gets Nagai's Fury. If it's Water Custodian, I can't Water Blade or Aquatic, yeah. Yeah, it didn't matter. I needed it to be faster and kill the Nagais. Yeah, the Loali, it's so interesting that people aren't running Decidor on Nagais. I guess the thing is that it's hurting them just as much as they would be benefiting from it. Because like not being able to do C spikes there would have helped me win. I was kind of banking on it being a Decidor and Nagais, so that Zenith wouldn't be an issue. And I also didn't think he would swap in the Nagais when he did, but that was smart because he got the hold off and was able to kill my chromeon before I was able to create space with it. Welsh. See the Orphilly and the Smazzy. I know that Schween's Horn is bugged right now, so that it doesn't change to a water type move. It stays a toxic type, but you still get the boost. So Orphil hits ridiculously hard. And I really can't ignore it. I'm not sure why you would abuse that, because it's going to get changed soon, so... It just feels Like, why? Morning, Aches. Welcome. Because it's a fun bug. Panther, hello to you as well. What's the meta cooking? I mean, we've seen some interesting teams, but we're still in like the experimental phase. There's not a whole lot of people running meta. I'm trying out owlhe and granpah. Owlhe feels kind of in the same spot I was at last patch. Like solid when it's able to, or when it's got a good matchup or it gets its holds off. But granpah in general feels bad. Bird season just isn't good enough. Slather either way, who cares? I know that I don't care, but that's why I'm wondering why he's trying so hard. It's fun to have big numbers, I guess. I guess so. Uh, let's see. Is it like a mom's lunch 2-wire or something? I'm trying to figure out. I don't have any other status I can apply, I don't think. I can threaten Turbine on owlhe for the second turn of Mashuk. Dinkelberg was sad. Granpah sucks this patch. Yeah, you losing Last Rush hurts, and the fact the Last Rush got nerfed too is so weird. Sambi S tier among mentals. Yes, Sambi is S tier. I love Sambi. It's really strong. You don't miss Turbo HKS spam meta, but still, yeah. Gallios is interesting. It's just not really a threat. Not afraid of 2-wire, not afraid of 2-vine, not afraid of Volerend. And that's a Smazzy. We ban the Zyzer. This might be the first match where Granpah gets to pop off, which is kind of fun. I'm excited. Because 2-wire and Volerend are two of Granpah's best matchups. There's also a Mashuk on this board. And it's even solid against 2-vine. Bring back Heat Up Gialis? No. I'll pass, thank you. Grumper's nice. This is okay. Now maybe it's Nox is kind of failing on this team. You liked Granpah before, it was cool, that's true, Biker. You were a fan of Granpah before it got super popular. Would Heat Up Gialis even be good nowadays? I think so, I think it would still be really solid. It's not like every time Gialis clicks Double Gash, it would much rather click Heat Up. It still has enough natural bulk, it could get a Heat Up off without really being worried and still run max speed and stuff. Add shot Gallios. Man, talk about abusing all the bugs. I mean, this thing getting its signature off, like the buff it gives isn't going to matter much. That's Smazzy. What are the bugs? Oh my gosh, it is a max speed Gallios. That's funny. There's a bug with Schween's Horn. So Schween's Horn will activate, or will not turn moves into a water type, but it'll give them the 25% boost. So you throw it on Orphill, and it does, on top of it, a Toxic Affinity, also another 25%. Throw a War Drum next to it, it can almost one-shot a max HP Tataru. And then Gallios with all one-time use moves will, or all one-time use gears will go off hold, or they'll come back after it revives. So all it has to do is revive, and all of a sudden, ta-da! And use Adrenaline Shot again. But considering that there's a Smazzy and a Gallios on this board, it's kind of obvious which one I'm going to target. I can't turbo, unfortunately. I mean, I could... No, I can't turbo. They really messed some stuff up. I mean, I don't expect a perfect patch ever. I just realized it could actually self and still get it off. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Because I'm slower than it. I didn't even look at which trade it's going to be. I'm hoping I only take like 10%. I should have turboed. Yeah. Only took 40 damage from that. Why do I have alerted again? Did I miss something? I got P-jabbed and he used his signature. It's a visual bug. I see. So another match where I was like, it's not like he's reaching high speed tiers, it's just that I'm running like 0 speed, so... Oh man, come on, I just brought out a Nesla and you get a clay ball on me. Oh funny, that works with friendship, that's actually kinda cool. My hot take on the new Tem. I think it struggles to do anything another Tem can't do better. Because I mean, it's essentially a wall that you have to deal with. But like all you have to do is apply 2 statuses, all of a sudden it's useless. If you put speed in it, it's way too squishy to do a whole lot. Offensively, it's just, it literally is not threatening offensively. On stall teams, like it can't build up defenses. It's kind of, it might be a support for bulky offense with its trade, but it's always going to do one thing. It's going to either swap in or clay ball, into transient into its signature. If you remove Doom, can it still use a signature? Yes, it can. Like, I have telekinetic, but I haven't clicked it once. It's just not getting any use. I don't know if this Mashuk is tireless or not. If it's parry or it just kind of lives here. Volaran swap in would be brutal. I know Smazzy is getting a lot of value. I could take it out. I'm more or less leaving it there just for the fun factor. Yeah, Volaran and Smazzy slot. That's good. I didn't attack there. I decided to risk leaving my Nestla in. How many subs would it take to bribe me to make a pirate raid boss team for the season's ladder? I mean, I've got a channel points thing for making a team now, so you don't have to bribe me with subs. If that's the team you want me to play on this season's ladder, if that's what you're saying, I don't think I could viably run that ever. So that's kind of the issue. You think it can be good on stall because it's really good typing for stall, and you just slot Dust Vortex and Denigrate. You can't see it being terrible. Its defensive stats just don't compare. See you in silver. The problem with Kapire Raid Boss is it doesn't have healing. It's fun and it gets interesting moves. It gets Charcoal Wall and Block, right? I think. It gets Extinction, so you could have at least Doom to kill Tems. But honestly, like, if you want to run a stall Fire Tem, you would probably go Volcrane. It'll never work on a stall because it rests buffs out every 5 turns to never get a trait. Yeah. Right. I know you were still talking about Gallios. I looked away. Does that Valorant have speed in it too? Why does everything on this team have speed? It doesn't seem like it would be a speedy team. It's so weird. Buffing moves, the sub is a... Just gonna madness buff. I need to catch up. And that's about the only thing I can do at this point to do so. I did nothing. I think the Gallios has Clay Ball. I don't think I died a Clay Ball, but who knows? Venomous Claws. Okay, that might be enough to put me in Clay Ball range. Be really close. Oh, nope, I do live. But I'll be slower and die to the transient for sure. Don't think it'll provide enough tempo for most stall. If anything, it seems more as a bulky aggro Tem. Yep, that's kind of my conclusion as well. Hopefully this Mushrook isn't fast enough that my -1 speed Valash using Prio, but at the rate this has been going, it probably will. I guess that heli kick's really brutal for me here too. Doesn't really matter to you anyways, but you used to play differently. Others see different value in Tems than others. I see. I need to kill this Mushrook. A transient plus tally kick might even kill Granpah at this health. I'm hoping I can get a tornado off hold, throw it in the Mushrook slot. Valash dies, and then I throw in Nessa to threaten an aquatic whirlwind on Gallios as well. If a Gallios death doesn't trigger Scavenger, yeah, it is kind of weird and unfortunate as well. Ugh, not marbles. Ooh, wastewater, nice. I lived, even better. It is tireless shook though, which kind of sucks. Okay. I don't have aquatic up. Probably should have water bladed the Gallios anyways, just so I can prevent the damage I take from its trait in 2 turns. Yeah, we do see the Mushrook swap. What happens when Gallios dies in the back? It still just dies as normal. Why are you abusing bugs? It's just not even cool. Have some self-respect, man. I think Grumper can outspeed Mushrook with a Sledge Gift. His Gallios can just signature. I have to sack Nessa for the aquatic. Rest Granpah. You know, he's abused bugs. Galio stayed on the field this entire game. And it still didn't do anything. It's just... Ah. Yeah. GG. Weird game. This is This is why you say denigrate. Sometimes imagine Temtem would have used 3 or 4 denigrates against me. If it used denigrate, it wouldn't have been doing. It wouldn't have gotten transient to get its signature up off sooner, and I would have been able to kill it much easier. Is the thing. Hello, X-Leaf. Welcome. Nope, I'm still planning on doing at least 2 more games. You are not too late. In fact, you've avoided most of the disconnect issues. Let's send him a BMDM. Nah. It's like, I don't enjoy using broken stuff. I don't think it's good practice. But I also understand the enjoyment of being able to use something that's just so broken for a period of time, like Schweenshorn or Phil. I was a bit tempted by that one myself. It's my internet. It's just every once in a while my Wi-Fi craps out, so. Malero, if you're here, hello, welcome, good luck, and have fun. Nestle ban means I ban Volcarine. Yeah, maybe not. I kind of want to ban one of the electrics so I can lead. Well, actually, if I ban Acra, then Grumper's really good. How do I like the team you made? Smazzy Orphil to the... You were the one that made that team? I was just saying, come on, what's with all the bug abuse? Why? I appreciate the Orphil Smazzy. I think it's fun. It's cool. But the bugs, less cool. It takes iPad from you. That's true. I like throwing iPad on so many teams. It's a good tem. It's a lot of fun to play. I was hoping that they would have put that in the bug fix that happened today. But it appears that was not the case. Rockland. Enjoy watching my last YouTube video. Really enjoyed the Naga team. What's the new team? Granpah Core. I'm basically every time a new patch comes out, I just take some of the stuff that got changes, throw it on a team, figure out what feels good, what feels bad, and then from there I'm able to make other more viable teams. Today I'm trying out Bird Season with what I believe is the best possible PI combo, where you can PI into Bird Season to get the 50% bonus. And then owlhe just got some changes. I'm not trying Fuhrer because Fuhrer is bad. And then the rest is just fill. So it's mainly just these 3 up here. What happened to the duck? No, nothing happened to the duck. It's just not having Schweenshorn means that... Ooh. Not having Schweenshorn means the Psypat doesn't really have a good turn 1 water. Or really a good water at all. So... Gallios Lee is interesting here. We'll get to see it do nothing for another 5 turns. Gonna try a horror team after the buff. Oh man, I've been waiting to do that one still. No. Horror buff was a joke. It was a good laugh though. Heavy armor full bulk Psypad 5 pph. Yeah, it'd be fun to try a stall pat just for fun sometime, but maybe like a freeze, like double Psypat for the double Ice Shuriken freeze to get holds off of the 5 pph, and then double... That would be interesting. But Psypat's nowhere near as bulky as it used to be, so that would be a lot harder to pull off. I think tomorrow's team is going to be a Sparks core with new Amphitheater. Now with settling, Amphitheater is really interesting as a Sparks user because it can... Essentially, it can't be ignored as easily because it'll be scaling offensively while you're also buffing your ally. I don't know how viable it's going to be, but it's going to be something to try, I think. So that's going to be my goal tomorrow. Might throw Gazma on there. Got some nice bulk buffs, even though it lost fast charge. Grandpa's good. Yeah, Nox is the loser of this team. I'll have to look at swapping that, if I remember. This is just not the team for it. I'm not really using a lot of turbo. And I'd much rather have another electric counter. Add shot, refreshing Diabolo. Picking with Refreshing Breeze a bit in Temtem. Looks great with a Momo Volfi Amp team like you ran in the tourney. I already forgot what they changed about Refreshing Breeze. They've changed that move so many times. I don't remember which iteration we're on. And the Nagai's swap would actually be really bad for me because it would get Nagai's Fury off hold. I think chromeon can live it, but I didn't calc for that, so maybe it doesn't. Yeah, dang. Alright. I almost T-Strike to cover that slot, but if it was a double swap into Ragnit Nagais, that would be like the worst case scenario. I would have almost nothing I could do there. Emanip, dang it. If it was Clay Ball, I wouldn't have been able to. Now I'm in Beta Burst range. Pain. I know exactly what he's gonna do here because I made this team for him. He's gonna just... He's he's gonna prio denigrate into the guy's Fury. There's like nothing I can do there. Oh, I needed to predict that swap so bad. And the marbles is such a pain too. Luckily, it's a slow enough Galio so I can outspeed the Denigrate, even Prio. They're here. Your Umbra, I'm assuming. That's awesome. Congrats. I don't even have to wish people good luck on stat rolls because they just come with good stats. Ah, I was Ragnit. I was hoping it would be. Got Chimerian or Valkyrian. This thing's signature. I can't hypno this board at all. This is why I don't think sleep control teams are going to be much better. At least not right now, because it's a bait Chimerian, a camo Ragnit, 2 mentals, 4x crystal resist. Oh, we just hope we live something and can make something happen afterwards, I guess. Probably should have attacked the Gallios because now his trait goes off and finishes off Grandpa. That wasn't very smart. I guess I deserve to pay for this one. Yeah, the speed boost does nothing for me here. I outspeed pretty much everything. Anyways. Oh, a Jinx Whisper, okay. I got lucky. Kinda has to use a signature here, or else I'm gonna be sitting in a good spot. Like, owlhe can one-shot chromeon. Volcrane's scared of Grumper. Most Gallios wouldn't carry Dust Vortex, but this one does. Actually, you know, I don't even think it has a signature, no wonder. Why am I bothering killing it then? Yeah, because I guess you could pass up Emanip, but then when you pick it on lead like this, it just doesn't get any value at all. So it's just tough to know the best solution there. Alright, good. That's in heli kick range. Oh, good. Great swap prediction there. Even with the 4x resist, that brings me down. He was not baited in by the 4 or times green circle. I have to click microwaves too. Well, I kind of have to binary. Make sure I kill the Gallios too. Ragnar's pretty bulky. I don't think this kills. Yeah, never. Not a chance. If it was Center Typer, it would, which is the unfortunate part. How much more value Center Typer chromeon gets. Oh no, it outsped with Paizo anyways. That might save me. Going for the owlhe instead of the chromeon. Ragnet should... I don't think it carries Turbine. So I should be able to get off a solid heli kick here. I hope a heli kick plus wind... whatever... plus a turbine kills Volcrane. Speed arrow used not in my favor, unfortunate. Not sure what the speed arrow was on. Oh, I lived on 2%. No. What does it use? Stone Ball? Ooh, okay. I wonder what that speed tie was for. My Chromeon's faster than my owlhe, so using the Chromeon to finish off the Volcrane is better. If I Turbine, I just barely die to OX. I guess I was faster. I don't know. I'm surprised I didn't see a glass blade there. Oh. Oh no, I had a turbo. I'm like, what am I thinking? I had a turbo from earlier that I'm like, I didn't need to outspeed anything. No, here I am outspeeding everything. Oh, his turbine was what the speed arrow caused, maybe. Or is Paizo faster than all? Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure at all. Man, that was I completely forgot about the turbo. I was sitting here debating on what to do this entire time. Oh, GG. I think the synergy Paizo on the owlhe is what changed that game. Had he just taken out the wind chromeon, I think things could have gone differently. Hey, you're here, GG. That was pretty close. I think you had to take out the chromeon instead of getting the Paizo on the owlhe. Killing granpah instead of owlhe. You know that the damage probably would have also done that. Oh, and now facing against Leif. All right. Good luck. Have fun. To you as well. His name's Phantom. That's a good name for it. I forgot to swap out the Nox. No. Nox is so bad on this team. You didn't know owlhe got TKS? It was just in the last patch. I haven't clicked it once. If the owlhe faces off against this Tutsu at any point during the match, I'll be glad I have it, but that's about the only the only one. Towley got TKS. Yeah, same difference. I'd Hypnotist not get reworked. I'm sure Kip would be jumping for joy. Workman probably as well. I'll pick Grandpa. Bloodbath McGrath, thank you for the follow. Patch was quite big. Still don't know all the changes. Good luck in the rest of the matches. Going lurk mode as you got people coming over. Thank you so much for stopping by, Biker, and thank you even more for the gift subs. I appreciate it. Let me know when you got that team that you want some tips on, and I'll work with you on it for sure. That's the bad makes sense. Since I have owlhe and chromeon left. I think I banned the Tolkien. It's turn 1, I swap Grandpa for Nox. I beat through this lead with my nature type advantage, and then I bring Grandpa, owlhe, and chromeon to sweep up the back line. Hopefully it works, because I want to get one pigment inverter into bird season attack off. I don't care what it is, just it would be fun too. There's been a few multi-bird teams. I know I could have left the Tolkien unbanned, but like threatening toxics is also really good. As long as this isn't another Emanip or Denigrate Gallios, I should be fine. Ignoring it for the time being. Staying in on both. That is interesting. Not what I would have expected. T-strike on the Nox. It doesn't mind. Ooh, it does mind a bit more than I thought. And a clay ball. That combo does not kill me though. Alright. I'll throw a turbo while I finish off this Nesla. Or the Nesla swaps, and that's fine too. Let's see if this Gallios has Denigrate. That would cause me some issues. Nope, transient. Thing is, if you click Denigrate there, I still would have just clicked Resin Trap and whatever it's called, Acid Reflux, and push off the Doom because it doesn't have its signature up. But now it does. I should still be fine doing that now though because of the turbo. Unless this thing's faster than my Nox with its prio, which is possible. Nope. Bye-bye, Doom. This goes down here, but that's fine. It did a good job. More than it's done in any other match up to now. Does he use Selfless Ruination, though? On 2-2. I think this is the owlhe TKS turn. Then I swap in chromeon. I mean, after the, TKS doesn't hit very hard. 2-2 probably lives, especially after the Selfless Ruination. And it probably just gets... But I still should die to the Toxic Tick. Just means I'll take a hit. But owlhe can't do anything particularly bad. I guess it could high-toe owlhe to gain an extra turn. Be a high-toe into a transient from the Gallios. Could see that. But the thing is, transient actually wakes me up before I move, so I should still attack. Unless he uses Clay Ball. Ah, no, Denigrate. It does have Denigrate, okay. Surprised it didn't click it earlier. I'm kind of trolling here now. Like that was not the optimal play. It just wasn't. Nox Bomb, just transient, probably just takes out owlhe. But he lives. I just didn't get to click TKS. I should just throw a whole bunch of speed on these things just so that they can at least click the moves I want them to. Was an aquatic on the chromeon. Maybe an aquatic plus a rotten goo just to cover for swaps. I really couldn't take any risks there. Woo! Okay, owlhe, I see you. I see you. Max attack? Yeah. Wasn't expecting that. And you know the worst part? We also don't get to see the granpah either. But owlhe did something at least. It's a good turbine. I think the better play would have been to waterblade the owlhe, save the aquatic, and just aqua the chromeon. But maybe he doesn't know speeds, which is fair. You can see a big Oshidashi. Oh, 100 no. Bruiser War Drum power. GG's. owlhe's powerful when it gets to do what it wants to. Fast Brock. It's just my normal Brock, which is, yes, max speed. Because max speed Brock and Grumper get so much more value that you would never expect them to. I would expect them to make a return on whatever team I decide to run seriously by the end of the patch. But I guess that depends on how many amphitheaters are floating around. He's the best. Indeed. It's very fun. We're off to sleep now. Thank you for stopping by, Vossi. Have a good night. You could have played better also. It doesn't help that you didn't know my speed tiers or anything. I think you would have been... When you had Nesla and Platimus on the board, I think you should have waterbladed the owlhe and killed my chromeon with Aqua Bullet Hell. Brock, thank you for the prime. Really appreciate it. Lots of subs today, so I love you guys. Let's see if we can find something better for this Nox slot. He's afraid of chromeon outspeeding and completely forgot about turbine on owlhe. Gotcha. I mean, max speed chromeon's the same as Nesla, and even if I outspeed, I wouldn't kill. No, Hemi, Hedgen's not the play. I'm trying to cover my electric weakness better, because right now I'm very limited in my options. So I basically just have these two. I should probably add another... I want another Earth or Crystal, but the problem is that I don't want to... I really don't want another melee weakness. I know I can... I'm okay with it. I only have 3 then, but it's still not great. Like Volfi's obvious, Tremurian's obvious. I'd like to do something a bit more unconventional. Velasquez Scavenger. Maybe I give Drakash a try. It's a bit late because I didn't use it when it got the buff last patch. But I think Drakash is certainly better than it was. I don't even know. Drakash you probably want minimum 273 speed on. Which kind of sucks. It would be the fastest thing on my team then. Well, let's try some games with this. It's super squishy. Alright. There's a fire chip on it. My earth weakness is bad then too. These three share so many weaknesses, I don't want to have them on the same board, like, ever. Yeah, I know, I just took the melee weakness. My options were either mix or... Well, I guess... I could have added Gialis as well. It's just Gialis is also pretty meta. I wasn't really enticed by adding it. It also adds a fourth electric weak, which I wanted to avoid. Full damage, full speed Gallios. That's, once again, digi weakness. Gallios is a bit weird, trying to force it. Haven't found a good niche yet. Uses max bulk, that's why you had physical and special. Yeah, Gallios is just kind of weird. I encourage practicing and experimenting with it, but so far I think that the only niche it's really going to have is kind of just being a buffing Tem on a really slow, bulky offense team with potential raid boss. Vlash getting banned out first. I guess that's a quad mental deluge core. You say Gaios because now we to me. Yeah, I know. It's. I appreciate the Umbra Pocus. Which I. Grumper has bait. I don't have camo anywhere. I also have Sentinel with my Drakash that I just happened to add. So I think I always lead Grumper Drakash after I just said I never want to have them on the same board because this is the matchup fishing team and I happen to have answers to him. Your matchups with Keek are always a good time. You're expecting handcuffs on either Adora or Gallios. Fair enough. Brockla main versus Pocus main. I'm a Pookie main, but I don't play Piranha all that much. It is on my Exhaustall team, though. And I hope to refine that, use that in a stream at some point. Once I get it, like, in a viable state to show you guys. There's a little cup team with Pookie. I have a video of it on my YouTube. I did run it. It was tough. Pookie's got like the second or third lowest base stat total of all Tems in the game. I think it's third, right behind Mintel and Obi-Wan. What does this do? Like I Sludge Gift Fiery Soul. That slat. I ban Adoro because Toxic Skin's annoying and it's just tanky. Brocklin would be nicer just because Plague gets more value than owlhe will get. Adrenaline shot Volgon, so it's just gonna strangle and then try and create space for something or other. If it's an Oshi Owler, which it's probably not, it's probably just a raid boss option. Ooh, I don't even know if Dust Vortex kills that. Rip my bait. Sandstorm OP. I'd swap Grumper for something else, but whatever. He swapped in Lawaddle. He's strangling Grumper again. Should've Dust Vortex Volgon then. I just didn't know what he'd do exactly. What are his options? Limited. He's Volgon swaps now for what he wants to get the penance on. Is it going to be the Owler? Probably, right? I'll save their cash for when he wants to do his slowdown shenanigans. This would be kind of nice because as long as the Yowler is an energy drink, I can Electric Storm into a Hypnosis. What? Why would you stay in here? He just really hates my Grumper. I have a Nestla. It's not the only electric on my team, dude. Well, I'm surprised this Loal even has an attack move. I guess I probably don't want a turbo here because his Loal could very well outspeed my Grumper. I don't know why he wouldn't penance. Like, why do you have a Loal on your team if you're not going to penance? Maybe he was hoping I would kill Volgon there, run out of stamina, and then he'd get a free bring in. Intimidating looks factor. There's Gallios for that now. They're very similar looking. Actually, I heard that Lowaddle is technically based on Gallios if you like reverse the... You reverse the lore or whatever, the Tempedia entry. Oh, did they fix the inductor bug? Heavy armor Yowler? Okay, I'm not afraid of that. My Grumper's been able to move like once, or I guess it's twice out of 5 turns this game. Who cares? I don't need granpah for anything. I'm just, if it eats a T-Strike, cool, it eats a T-Strike. It takes like 60% maybe. So this has got to be a 0 invest Volgon. See, like I don't swap anything into that slot that's meaningful. He's preventing me from using Hypno on his Yowler, which I guess is something. Volgon finally goes down with this E-Storm. I think Grumper can live a clinch, but it will not live a Savage. Yeah, doesn't take the risk. He goes for the Savage. Unfortunate. This is cool. I think there's one turn until Winter's Call still. We'll just Hypno. Yeah. With Sacrifice, he's faster. Sacrifice Bug. I think he swaps out here. If he doesn't, I have to reload quick. Oh. I didn't think about that. Shoot. Swizz Life, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Do I have to relaunch now? I don't know. Yeah. Looks like it. That's fine. This is always rough. It'd be great if bugs just didn't exist, but you can't ask for everything. Yeah, any sort of recoil damage, penance, knockback, sacrifice just bugs out the game. Looks like he's still reloading though. Kiss goals. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Maybe he didn't know that Crash is his game? I'm not sure. Not much of a point to save stamina on Tems that are going to die in like 2 turns anyways. You're just slowly returning to Temtem with the new patch. It's good to hear. Hope you're enjoying it. Person plays on Switch, so that might cost the match. I guess restarting the game on Switch is probably kind of rough. Side hypno the Nesla? Question mark? Nah, it's got the -2 from the wrecked farewell. Hypno the Owler here, buy a bit of time, and then I can Tornado the Pocus next turn. Swizz from Tatteroo-woos. Yeah, the downside of that Savage is I can't Water Blade into a T-Strike anymore. Is my club recruiting? Vanity? No. Vanity is kind of just like almost an exclusive club. I've just been good friends with a lot of them for a long time, so I was able to sneak away in. And the Pookie Pun didn't have much success at all, so I unfortunately had to close that one. There just wasn't enough fresh blood in the game. And everyone who was, like, almost all players that were interested at the time ended up dropping the game within a week. It's kind of understandable. The game just doesn't retain players real well. I feel like I can reach you guys better just by streaming anyways. And channel points are a good way for me to help you on an individual level. It retained you, Hemi. That's true, but for what it's worth, you did quit for like almost 2 months. You just kind of came back. It's like, it is kind of a struggle just to keep around new players. It does have Winter's Call. You do that with, I mean, I know it's not personal, but like, if every player I invest time in drops the game for months at a time, it's just rough and makes the time investment not really feel worth it. Started playing, spoke with me, trying to join the Pookie Pond, wasn't sure if you'd stick around for long. Yeah. Yep, I remember. No, you're good, Hemi. It's not you. It's more directed at the other players. And I'm just saying, like, there may have been some of the other players that joined the club that didn't stick around, or that came back later, and I just didn't get in contact with them again. Like, if you don't enjoy Temtem or you'd much rather play other games, then do that. That's always how it should be. Like, I think you were playing Baldur's Gate for a while, right? Like, that was a great game. I completely understand. Plague just to punish him stamina-wise. Yaller shouldn't ever win this end game. And nice to see Drakash actually doing something, though. It's nice that we got a sleep matchup, though. GG's. Probably one more game, and then I'm going to call it quits. Round it off at 10 is always a good point. I have no idea how long I've been streaming for because of all the disconnects I've had. Alright. A nice quick match. Cabezan Nabo, Turnip Head. Been a while since I've seen this player on ladder. I see they're experimenting with owlhe. It's surprised to see the Gazuma. Maybe it's probably receptive. Not sure what the Volgon's doing. This is a very interesting team. Looks like it's primarily a size munch team. Owlhe's not as bad as you thought. I think it still struggles. Like it has a niche, but it's the same niche as last patch. It just like you probably don't even want to run TKS on it, even though it has it. It just has slightly higher stats. Is basically the thing. Nimble Kaleido Lawali. That's really interesting, but why? uh. He doesn't have a whole lot to deal with opposing melees here. He's got his own Mashuk, but I can threaten that with owlhe. I'm a bit scared of the Volgon, which is why I couldn't lead double electric, and I have to leave the Volgon or the Broccolum to deal with it a little bit. Regen every turn. I know, but like 10% in one speed boost in a turn is very mid for the only thing that Tem's gonna do. I really don't want to ban the owlhe, but I'm going to ban the owlhe. I've got 3 melee weeks down here and 2 wind resists up here. Or 2 winds that he resists up here. Okay. Picking both my wins. Probably gonna pick Valash in the last slot. Have I faced any stall teams so far? You haven't found a single one? Yeah, I faced Ubaki earlier with this team. I had a pretty good matchup there. There's so many showdown ults on lateral right now. Nobody knows if this guy's an ult or not. I think the consensus in the end was this guy's actually not an ult, but he's actually just a player that as soon as Showdown came out, he spammed a ton of games, and Brute Force learned the entire game. Lawali's great again. Backhand is really interesting. been experimenting with it. The defense buffs were a little nice, so it can spare a bit more TVs in speed or special attack. But in general, I don't think it's much better than it was in the past. He's as real legit as dog food is? Are you sure? Like, do we... I literally saw this player make multiple mistakes in multiple matches I faced off against him in. Like, the dude tried to freeze a Baboa. Like... And this guy... Like, did anyone see how many games he played? And I think it was season 3 or 4? I'm not sure. It was the season before the last one. Like, he just spammed so many games. Like, he may have been someone's friend that got a little bit of coaching and general stuff. Yeah. Dog food got banned. Yeah, the whole tournament kind of got screwed up by it, so it's well deserved, I think. Unfortunate it had to happen. It was unfortunate we had to see it at all, though. Owlhe did his job. Thought of a better name for your Umber Swally. The Wally to be. It's going to be named Nightshade. That barely fits, yeah. Curious about the main account though. Haven't noticed anyone missing yet. We basically confirmed it. I'm not going to reveal it on stream though. I don't like name calling anyone. Even though they did something bad, I don't think anything is a reason to do that. I'm gonna swap out Broccolin for now since it's kind of a dead slot. I'll swap in Granpah. We'll just see spikes to Lawali. Broccolin still has really good use against everything other than Lawali, really. Because it can hit Shimurian hard. It can hit it can wall Volgon and it walls Seismuch. You don't think it was a bad thing either? It was mere curiosity? Yeah. Not to bringing it in here, it was a known player and not an alt. Well, I mean, dog food was an alt. But it's not like... I don't... It's just... Situation is done. I think it was handled about as well as it could be by Crema, considering. So... Rezo, hello, welcome. Are you finding any more joy in this patch than previous? No, that's unfortunate. But it's basically just a rehash of the last patch, so understandable as well. Your Chrome is dead. Rip Chrome. You want to turbo? I will turbo. Back on Honkai. That game's still popular? I feel like most gacha game... I guess most of them kind of stick around for a while. So... Yeah, marbles. Been playing other games. Find anything fun? Gonna do it, guys. We're gonna double the Lawali with wind moves. Although I think he's swapping into pole gun. And it would be better to binary flood here. Got your Umbra Drac. Guess you should come back from retirement. I mean, it's fun to play for at least the first week or two while everyone's still playing the meta. Like the amount of Gallioses we saw today, unviably, unfortunately, was quite a few. Martial Strike, Plague, Chromeon. I got greedy not going for the Gust. I did. Ah! Wait. Bird season? Even though that's a bug? Yes, it mattered, probably. I mean, Last Rush would have done the same thing there because he had more than me there, but we can pretend it did something. Woo! I'll just Tornado Plague. Worst case scenario, he swaps in Chimerian. And I'll wish I Inner-Spirited. But then, as long as Grandpa dies, I still just bring in Valash and it's fine. Guess my Grandpa Willow X if I attack. So if he strangles Brockle, no, because then I'd still have evasion, so it doesn't really matter. I should have the game. Big emphasis on should. I guess Emperor Outburst might throw things off. But I still think I'm fine. Ooh, lots of damage. Do yourself a favor and don't. Monkey down! Alright. GG. Just took 3, so you still have your sanity. Yeah, doing so many radars at once can be a lot. I've already spent quite a while on Pookie radars, even though I've hardly made any progress just because of how slow radars are and how quick queues have been. Running out of Luma drops. Yeah, Fartless Lumas are just going to skyrocket on the auction house. I think they're already at like 175k or something. There's not going to be a big influx of Lumas on the auction house ever again, probably, because most players are going to be using them for their own Luma drops. And I don't think we're going to be having a lot of new players joining, listing Lumas for any reason anymore, so. You're searching and it's already up to 200k? Wow, I guess that would kind of make sense. And even the ones that are 200k probably are still high percents and give hardly any drops. Alright. Initial hype right now, it'll fade. I I don't know if it'll fade though, because people will still want Umbras. And if it ever drops below a certain price, people will buy them again. But I mean, the thing is, people aren't going to want to list any Lumas on the auction house anymore because they can hold on to them and get Umbras. If anyone's farming for Lumas, they're probably doing it either for Anahir or Umbras. You change your Twitch name back to Luma, please. Problem is, Umbras can't be sold. I know, but it's like the ultimate PvE goal is to get Umbras. Before it used to be of every Lumatem, just to get every Lumatem, but now it's just to get Umbras of every Tem, which costs Lumas, and is, I don't know. I don't think anyone's gonna do it, and if they do, they're a madman. Crazy. Not something I would ever recommend. You don't like Umbra design at all? That seems to be a large consensus. I think some of them are cool. I think it's really nice to have an alternative to Lumas in case you don't like the Luma palette. And I think Umbras are really good at putting emphasis on one specific Tem on a team if you only have one. Like if I go into a match with a Umbra Piranha, like yeah, it's gonna stick out and it's gonna be cool. People are gonna be like, wow, that's the Pookie guy. Which, I mean, I think people know that already, but it's emphasis. Jacob, or Luma, please, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. I did say I was going to be done, though. 10 matches, probably a good place to stop, so... Gonna call it for today. Let me see if there's anyone to raid. I know there have been some people streaming that I've missed lately, and I feel bad afterwards. Looks like a few people just kind of doing story stuff. Not seeing any PvP players or anyone I'm overly familiar with, so that's just gonna be all. Let me get the code. Just for anyone who wants to try the team. There we go. So, Birb team. There we go. So that's the team code if anyone wants to try it. You can swap out the Drakash for Nox. That's what I had for another turbo user if you'd like. I hate to end in the middle of a conversation, but like, yeah. I don't like, people are entitled to their own opinions about Umbras. I like them. It's also fine if you don't like them. It's not like they have any advantage at all, and you're still fine just using Lumas. I hope that in the future we see more of an emphasis on balance changes. I think that's kind of what the balance wish list is for, the thread on the main Discord. But we'll just have to see. Let's see where this patch is even at in a week or two. Maybe things are going to be more shaken up than I thought, and it'll actually be a great meta. I think the potential's there. We just have to wait and see. That's kind of all I got. I thank you all so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. So many subs today. You guys are really awesome. So many follows as well. It was a great day. I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. I have an accounting club event. I'm in an accounting major, and there's kind of a fun event for a lot of us. So I'm probably going to be doing that and won't be able to stream. But I hope to get some streams out this weekend for you guys. And we'll play some other fun teams. So look forward to that. I'll see you guys then. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.